Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball theorists. When we look at the last manga chapter 47 and how the great Lord of Lords awakened inside of Buu gave him the power to not only take on Moro, but the fight seemed almost one-sided. It is always awkward when facing Buu the first time, and the question is, can Moro now mount a counter-attack? All the Dragon Balls are there for the taking, and the only one standing in his way is the awakened Grand Supreme Kai inside of Buu. We have to imagine in this arc that things will still get much worse before they get better, and for Buu to be fighting Moro already, that something is going to happen. That somehow Moro will get the upper hand to become victorious here as we continue on in this arc. Let's now discuss how all this will happen coming up in the next Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter. First of all, I have to say that the plan of awakening the Grand Supreme Kai and having him seal Moro's magic was always the plan. It is their trump card in order to defeat Moro. The problem I have is that it's way too early in this arc for it to happen, so since we are seeing it now, that tells me that somehow Moro will indeed turn all this around. Unless there is some other big surprise and Moro isn't the main villain, which of course that would be more welcome than anything, as I love a good bait and switch with villains. However, since what would be the best way to defeat Moro is already happening, what will be the outcome of this fight? Well, logically thinking in terms of the story, Moro must win, then goes on to get the Dragon Balls, and hopefully Goku finally has enough energy to instant transmission away. The first way Moro will achieve the victory could just be something that we have seen before in Dragon Ball, that when the moment to defeat the enemy is about to happen, you actually lose the power to finish the job, giving someone a second chance, which we saw with Goku vs Jiren. I did do a video explaining what happened recently to Buu and how his powers are unlocked now with the Great Lord of Lords awakened inside of him, and we'll leave a link to that at the end of this video, but one point that I mentioned in it is, we don't know if this technique used to awaken him is permanent. This could be a temporary situation with a time limit on it, which is a popular thing to do in Dragon Ball. Of course, I don't hope this is the case. I rather see something cunning happen that gives Moro the victory to drive home that he is actually a terrifying enemy. However, I could see the Grand Supreme Kai inside of Buu about to seal away Moro's magic, and all of a sudden the strain of doing it triggers Buu to regain consciousness again. That when the time to defeat this villain is for the taking, the memories of the Grand Supreme Kai fades away, and Buu looks right at Moro and says, "Who are you?" A shocked and almost defeated Moro now sees an opportunity for the taking. Moro blasts away Buu and everyone there to regain control of the situation and make his way to the last Dragon Ball. Now this is just one scenario that seems probable looking at the story writing in Dragon Ball. If you think that this will happen, let me know in the comments. I'd much rather have, as I said, for Moro to show he is the most fearsome villain our heroes have ever faced, and why him now escaping after 10 million years is trouble for the universe. That there is much more to Moro that has yet to be revealed. Honestly, when I heard that this villain has magic, I imagined far more than energy absorption techniques. That he would actually be like a wizard and cast some spells like Bobbity or Bibbity. That he will show some magical talents that aren't just difficult to deal with energy absorption. Which I want to ask you now, has Moro actually revealed all his magic and abilities? Or has he been saving the best for last to deal with the Great Lord of Lords inside of Buu? How do you think that Moro will defeat Buu, and will it be by his power, or the power of the Grand Supreme Kai fading away? I always love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe to support the channel and turn on that notification bell to keep those theories coming.